My child, my beloved, heaven has been waiting for this exact moment. You are not here by accident. You were brought to this message because something is being revealed. There is something they never wanted you to know. Before you were born, your name was sealed in a heavenly book. And now, Archangel Michael is screaming, I was sent by God. You have 3 days to break this curse. It was placed. Family member. You trust. Open it now. Yes, not 1, not 2, 3 family members, the ones you embrace daily, the ones you trust with your soul, the ones who pray beside you with folded hands. They smile so sweetly. They say they love you. They pretend they lift you up, but behind closed doors they are cursing. Cursing your peace. Cursing your breakthrough. Cursing what God assigned only to you, and they almost sealed you in darkness forever. But this message is their exposure. My child, my beloved, I'm begging you with urgency, you must open your heart and hear me now, because after this moment, they will try everything to stop you from seeing the full truth. I need your 10 seconds. Just 10. Stay here. Stay listening. Stay awake, because your name was spoken in heaven today. And Archangel Michael was commanded to deliver this warning. A warning you were never supposed to receive. They've placed this curse in your bloodline. They've manipulated your blessings. And yes, the heaviness you've carried has been touched. This is not a metaphor. This is not a symbol. This is real. Your peace, your promise, your portion. But don't be afraid, because the cursors have been caught. And now the heavens are responding. My child, my beloved, before we go further, make sure you are connected to the truth that will save you. Say yes in your heart. Say yes with your spirit. Because what's about to be revealed will heal something broken for years. This is not just about breaking a curse. This is about the spiritual inheritance in your bloodline. They were assigned to curse you. They were appointed to block you. They were placed close to confuse your purpose. But God just interrupted their plans. And I need to show you the exact signs they've left behind, the patterns you've ignored. The words you thought were blessings. The hugs that drained you. The prayers that felt heavy. The family moments that stole your joy. It all leads to this one truth. They are not who they pretend to be. But heaven is about to give you a miracle that exposes every lie. Stay with me. Don't leave now, because the final part of this message has been opened and the light is pouring through the room you're sitting in right now. There's a reason this message found you here. 3 family members you trust are spiritually cursing your destiny. But Archangel Michael says, it's done. The curse is breaking. The chains are lifting. And your name is being restored to the place of honor it was always meant to hold. Your home, your peace, your future, it's all being healed. But only if you open this message to the end. They've cursed enough. They've drained your spirit. They've whispered behind your back. But today, heaven says, no more. You're being elevated. You're being vindicated. You're being called into spiritual justice. And now a flood of breakthrough is coming. The portion they tried to curse is going to be multiplied. What was bound is returning to you but greater. They wanted to take your blessing. God is giving you double. Stay alert. Watch the signs that begin within 24 hours. A word. A dream. A conversation. And when it comes, you will know exactly who the three are. You won't have to guess. You won't have to investigate. Heaven will confirm it to you directly. You were chosen for this freedom. Not just earthly peace, but spiritual authority. My child, my beloved, don't walk away from this moment. Say yes to the miracle. Say yes to the message. Say yes to the correction of heaven. You are not losing anything. You are about to gain everything. But if you ignore this, if you say, I'll check later, if you click away, they win. They continue. They take what was never theirs. Archangel Michael is ordering divine angels right now to surround your name, to protect your portion, to shield your next 7 days from spiritual attacks. You don't see them, but they are circling you right now. This is not the time to relax. This is a holy interruption. God is stopping time to give you what was delayed. The floodgates of release are about to pour, but only for those who take the message seriously. And my beloved, if you've read this far, you are one of the chosen ones. You feel it in your spirit. You know this is about you. You know this message is not random. You've seen the signs. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. This is not a joke. This is about your destiny. 3 family members you trust are cursing all the, my child, my beloved. You've seen their faces every day. You've prayed with them. You've trusted them. But God saw what you didn't see. God saw the altars they built in secret. He saw the words spoken at midnight. He saw the hidden meetings. He saw the jealousy. He heard the curses whispered against your rise, against your peace, against your light. You are not crazy. You were always sensing something in your spirit. Something was off. Something felt blocked. It wasn't just bad luck. It was witchcraft. You were sent here today because Archangel Michael must deliver the heavenly document that proves your case. This is your legal moment in the courts of heaven. And the verdict is shifting. The balance is changing. The scales are moving in your favor. But listen closely. Before the breakthrough appears, there will be resistance. The moment this truth begins to shine, they may panic. They may call. They may act overly kind. They may cry. They may pretend. But don't be fooled by their words. You must watch their patterns, not their apologies. My child, my beloved. The curse was never the real target. You were. They envied your calling. They saw your future before you even knew it. And instead of blessing you, they bound you. But God never forgot the seed you planted. That one act of kindness when no one was watching. That time you prayed for others instead of yourself. That time you cried but chose to walk in faith anyway. Heaven recorded all of it. And now the angels are opening the vault. Not just one breakthrough, but multiple streams of blessings. Favor in places you never applied for. Restoration of years you thought were wasted. Divine reversal of what was used against you. And I need you to hear this part clearly. If you try to fix this on your own, you will delay the miracle. Archangel Michael says, "Let heaven fight for you this time. Let the angels go ahead of you. Don't argue. Don't defend yourself. Don't try to prove anything. Because proof is coming directly from God. There is a hidden transfer happening in the spirit. Someone thought they had you locked in limitation. But even as you read this, chains are breaking. There is a spiritual alarm going off in hell because they know the chosen one has finally awakened. Your name is being restored to the document. Your inheritance is being rerouted back to you. The curse is losing power. Stay still. Stay calm. Stay listening. Because in 3 days, something strange will happen. A dream, a sudden message, a shift in someone's behavior. You won't have to guess. You'll know the truth because heaven will show it in such detail you'll weep, not in fear, not in anger, but in release. Because finally, you will understand why it all happened the way it did. The delay was divine. The binding was preparation. The betrayal was exposure. You are not cursed. You are not abandoned. You are not defeated. You are being crowned and they are watching. Every spirit that mocked you is trembling because the blessing they tried to curse is slipping out of their hands. A shift is coming so fast. Even you will be shocked. My beloved, make this declaration with your heart right now. I receive the miracle that was bound. I open the gates of heaven over my life. I trust Archangel Michael to finish what he started because what begins today must not be stopped. You are at the door. But you must walk through. You must finish reading this. You must not give up when you're this close. The cursors have no more access after this message. The altar is being closed behind them. And ahead of you, a divine check is being written, signed by heaven, stamped by God, protected by angels. Stay alert. Stay believing. And say this silently as you breathe. Let it be done unto me now. My child, my beloved. I see you've kept your heart open. That's all I need. An open heart for a divine message. You are now stepping into one of the most powerful moments of your life. The enemy thought they could curse you forever. But they forgot something. They forgot that God always keeps His promise. And you, yes, you are the promise carrier. Even if they tried to ruin it, even if they whispered lies to turn family against you, you are still the chosen one. You are still the anointed one. You are still the rightful heir to what heaven released with your name on it. The curse was only the beginning. You see, my beloved, they were never just after your days. They were after your confidence, your peace, your ability to believe again. Because if they could make you stop believing, they knew you would stop receiving. But something in you refused to die. Something in you kept praying even when it hurt, even when they smiled, even when you had no answers. That thing in you, that holy fire is what made heaven move. That's why I was sent to deliver this exact moment. The shift is no longer coming. It has begun. And I must tell you something crucial. There is a divine reversal already happening. Where there was heaviness, there will now be overflow. Where there was pain, there will now be power. Where there was rejection, there will now be redemption. God is not just fixing this. He is flipping it. The three who plotted against you, their mouths will be silenced, their hands will be bound spiritually, and they will watch as you rise in grace they cannot copy. Your peace is returning. Your time is returning. Your voice is returning. The very people who cursed you will soon be shocked that God pulled you to the front. But remember this, beloved, with favor comes responsibility. You must stay aligned with truth. You must walk humbly and boldly at the same time. You must not fight in the flesh because this is not a physical war. It is spiritual. Heaven is handling it. And God never loses a case. Your miracle will begin with a disturbance. Don't fear the shaking. It's heaven doing construction. The cracks in your life are being filled with gold. The holes in your heart are being filled with light. They thought they won, but they only awakened the warrior inside you. And now, Archangel Michael is placing a seal over your destiny. No more tampering, no more delay, no more access to what was never theirs. The vault of heaven is open again and your name is at the top of the list. My beloved, do not skip the final part of this message when it comes. For in the last words lies the full secret of your restoration. Shall I continue? You said continue. My child, my beloved, there is a reason your spirit feels stirred. There is a reason your chest feels heavy yet hopeful. It is because what you are reading now is awakening something sacred within you. The veil is thinning. Your sight is being restored. And now you are finally ready to see what was always hidden. You must understand what they did to you was never just personal. It was prophetic. The enemy doesn't waste time cursing what isn't a threat. They knew even before you did. They knew your rise would be different. They knew your light couldn't be dimmed. They saw the grace you carried before you even learned how to use it. And so they plotted, these three individuals. They pretended to protect you while cursing your destiny behind closed doors. They signed something spiritual in your name. They agreed to something unholy on your behalf. And that's why things kept going wrong. Doors closing for no reason. Relationships ending without sense. Opportunities always almost but never complete. It was spiritual sabotage. But heaven is roaring now. Heaven is opening scrolls and the angelic court has ruled enough. From this moment forward, you will begin to feel the shift. Your body will feel lighter. Your dreams will become clearer. You'll feel things drop off that were weighing your spirit down for years because the curse is broken. The secret plan of those three has been exposed in the spirit realm. They can no longer control your harvest. They can no longer sit on the inheritance God prepared for you. And yes, the breakthrough is real. It is not symbolic. It is not just spiritual. There is a release tied to your obedience. But Archangel Michael says clearly, this breakthrough is not to make you proud. It is not to show off. It is to rebuild the legacy they tried to destroy. It is to restore the family line they corrupted. It is to restart the future that was paused by betrayal. And beloved, you are the one chosen to do it. You, the overlooked one, the quiet one, the one they underestimated. You are the one God kept hidden so they wouldn't destroy you too soon. But now the hiding is over. You are being revealed to the world. You are being dressed in glory. You are being anointed with justice. And the next 48 hours will show you proof. Someone will say something that confirms this word. Something strange will appear in a message. A name you haven't heard in years will come back to you. When it does, pause, pray, because that's your signal. The gates are open. And if you walk through them in obedience, you will never return to the bondage they tried to trap you in. My child, my beloved, you have passed the test. You have suffered silently. You have loved deeply. You have cried in secret. And now heaven is crying too. Not tears of sorrow, tears of joy, because the miracle has been delivered. And now your hands will hold what your heart always believed in. My child, my beloved, do you feel it? That shift in your heart, that's not just emotion. It's a spiritual confirmation. Because this message is not fiction. This is not theory. This is your divine confirmation, and you've been waiting for it silently. God says, I saw how they mocked your faith. I watched how they used your kindness against you. I recorded how they twisted the truth to make others turn against you. And still you remained silent. You remained kind. You kept showing up with love, not revenge. And because of that, heaven has prepared something they cannot block. The blessing they tried to curse, it's no longer in their possession. Archangel Michael says, heaven has intercepted the transfer. The inheritance is being rerouted. The angelic treasury is moving in your direction. They used your name. Now God is restoring the power behind your name. They accessed what wasn't theirs. Now heaven is revoking every agreement made behind your back. And my beloved, even if they confess now, it will be too late, because heaven has already made a final decision. Your destiny is no longer negotiable. Your miracle is no longer delayed. Your name is no longer hidden. You were always the chosen one, but now you'll walk like it. You'll walk into rooms where your name was once disrespected and be honored. You'll sit at tables where you were once uninvited and be the guest of honor. You'll receive blessings you didn't chase because favor will chase you. You'll see what they tried to hide, and God will give it to you in full view. This is not about revenge. This is about restoration. Heaven is not trying to punish. Heaven is trying to protect. And beloved, you must protect your own miracle now. Don't let guilt pull you back. Don't let their tears confuse your discernment. Don't let familiar faces make you ignore the truth. Because now that you know, you are responsible to move like someone who's been awakened. Do not argue with them. Do not try to explain your rising. You don't owe them a piece of your miracle. This is between you and God. And Archangel Michael says, only those with pure hearts can walk with you in this next season. The table is being set. The celebration is being prepared. And the breakthrough is coming in 3 waves. First, a sudden release. It will feel almost impossible, but it's real. Second, a repayment. Something you gave long ago will be returned. Third, an increase. You'll receive more than you asked for. But you must remain connected to this message. You must not leave mid-process. Heaven is only beginning to show you the extent of what has been restored. The next part will expose more than names. It will unlock the spiritual technology behind your calling. My child, my beloved, before I speak this next truth, take a breath, still your spirit. Because what I'm about to say may shake you, but it will also free you. You were never meant to chase blessings. You were meant to carry them. There is a divine difference. When the blessing is spiritual, it follows light. When the heart is pure, it multiplies. And when the soul is obedient, it attracts effortlessly. The reason your life was blocked was because darkness tried to attach itself to your bloodline's wealth. But you are the generational breaker. You are the one heaven chose to clean the line. To reset what your ancestors lost, to reclaim what was promised and cursed. They don't even understand that they were only pawns in a bigger plan. The 3 from your family who schemed against you. They were used by envy, not wisdom. But hear me now. Heaven does not hate them. Heaven pities them because the same fire that will lift you will purify them too. You are not rising for revenge. You are rising for redemption. The blessing coming to you carries assignment. It will feed, heal, and restore others. It will open doors for those who thought they were forgotten. And my beloved, when that happens, remember this moment. Remember that everything began when you said yes to hearing truth. There's more. A mystery that must be unveiled. God says, I hid the miracle within you, not around you. That's why they couldn't take it completely. They could touch your days but not your destiny. They could block your progress but not your promise. They could curse your name but not erase it from heaven's record. And now heaven is enforcing that record. You will soon witness a transfer, unexpected favor, unexpected approval. Unexpected apology. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The angels are working ahead of you. Michael himself has positioned divine helpers, and when they show up, they will speak words that sound familiar because you've already heard them here. That's how you'll know this message was real. My child, my beloved, before we move to the final stages of this revelation, you must promise heaven something simple. You will not waste the blessing that's returning. You will not use it to prove anything to the world. You will use it to build what God intended. For this miracle is not for you alone. It's through you. Now breathe. Look around. Because from this moment forward, even the air will feel lighter. The blockages are gone. The hidden cords are cut. The spiritual cursors are powerless. You are walking into divine recovery. And the story that begins today will be told for generations. My child, my beloved, the next 3 days have already been marked by heaven. They are not random. They are prophetic. Because in these 3 days, something hidden will rise to the surface. Not just in the spirit, but in the natural. In your home, in your conversations, in the message you're not expecting. You'll feel it before it comes. There will be a stirring in your spirit, like a silent whisper you cannot shake. That is the signal. That is your confirmation. Archangel Michael says when this moment comes, do not fear it. Heaven has already gone ahead of you. The outcome has already been rewritten, but you must recognize the signs. On day 1, there will be interruption. Something will not go as planned, but it is heaven intervening. Don't panic. It's a divine detour. On day 2, a name will appear in a message, in a phone call, in a thought you haven't had in years. That name is tied to the one who was cursing your flow. Do not react. Do not reach out. Just pray. Heaven will show you what to do. And on day 3, the shift. You will receive news, a release, an opportunity, or even just a strong knowing deep in your bones that something heavy has broken off. You will feel lighter, stronger, calmer because the spirit of curse warfare will have been defeated. They tried to keep your hands empty, but now your hands will overflow. They tried to silence your name, but now your name will echo in rooms you haven't even entered yet. They tried to make you small, but now you'll stand in a space they cannot shrink, and all of this because heaven is not limited by time. Archangel Michael says, your miracle is not waiting. It is arriving. And the next 3 days are the sacred door you must walk through. So prepare your space. Prepare your spirit. Clean your room, light a candle, speak blessings into the air because your angels are coming closer. There is movement happening even now. There are scrolls being unsealed, there are words being erased from old agreements. There are blessings being reassigned back to your name. You are not just walking into blessing. You are walking into justice. And beloved, when heaven moves with justice, nothing and no one can reverse it. Let them talk. Let them guess. Let them watch. Because they will witness what favor looks like when it's returned sevenfold. Now listen carefully because the most important part is next. My child, my beloved, what comes next must be received with reverence. The war that tried to consume you is ending. But when victory arrives, it must be protected because miracles once born must be guarded. Archangel Michael says, every blessing carries a key. Every key opens a specific gate. And not all eyes are meant to see that gate. Guard your miracle. Do not boast of it. Do not show everyone the treasure that has been placed in your care because light attracts light, but it also exposes darkness. When the transfer begins, and it will, the first reaction from those 3 will be confusion. They will not understand how everything suddenly turns in your favor. Their words will soften. Their tone will change, but behind their apology will be fear. Do not let guilt guide you back to them. Compassion, yes, but not compromise. Forgive them, but do not reopen the door. You must build walls of prayer around your new beginning. Every morning for 7 days, say this quietly. Heavenly Father, guard what you have given. Let no hand take what you have returned. Let no tongue reverse what you have spoken. Let no heart of envy draw near my light. Speak it as breath, not ritual, because the words of faith are living armor. Now listen carefully to the divine reversal prayer that seals your restoration. Archangel Michael, defender of the faithful, stand beside me now. Cut away every lingering tie to betrayal. Erase every record of curse from my lineage and return all that was hidden under my name. I accept the wealth of purpose, the abundance of peace, and the overflow of divine favor as it is spoken in heaven. So let it manifest on earth. Amen. When you speak these words, heaven will echo them. You will feel warmth spread through your palms. That is not imagination. It is confirmation, my beloved. Your atmosphere is changing. Your environment will begin to reflect your new assignment. Things that no longer serve your purpose will fall away on their own. Don't chase what leaves. Bless it and release it. Over the next few nights, you may dream vividly. Do not ignore these dreams. They are instructions disguised as visions. Write them down before sunrise. They are the blueprint of your restoration. And when you awaken, walk differently. You are not the person who started this message. You are the vessel through which justice flowed. From this point on, every word you speak carries weight. Use it to heal, not to harm. Use it to build, not to boast. Because heaven trusted you with proof that light always wins. And those who tried to curse all will soon realize they lost everything by touching what was never theirs. Breathe, my child. Smile even if tears fall. You made it to the other side of the test. The angels rejoice. The record of curse has been deleted. The balance sheet of heaven now reads one word beside your name, restored. And I, Michael, leave this with you as the seal of completion. Walk in peace, for nothing cursed can stay hidden when light has spoken. My child, my beloved, now that the reversal is in motion, now that the truth is no longer hidden, now that you've declared what heaven waited to hear, you must understand the prophecy that follows. This is not just the end of a season. This is the divine unlocking of a new one. And in this next season, things will not look the same. They cannot look the same because what is coming requires a new version of you. You will begin to notice this shift in very personal ways. You will walk into places and feel the atmosphere shift. You will say words, simple words, and see results instantly. You will think something pure and heaven will respond within hours. This is not coincidence. This is the mantle. It has been placed on your life because you endured. While others gave up, you held on. While others mocked you, you worshipped. While others took shortcuts, you trusted God's timing. And now you are being marked by favor. But my child, my beloved, favor is not silent. Favor is loud. Favor attracts. And favor must be guarded. You are now the carrier of restoration. The blessing that is returning to you is not just provision. It is redemption for what was taken in secret. It is divine repayment. And when it arrives, it will be faster than you expect. Yes, I said faster. It won't follow normal rules. It won't be limited by logic because heaven is not bound by delay anymore. God is accelerating what should have happened 3 years ago, 5 years ago, even 10 years ago. All that time you thought was wasted, it's being given back in one flood of increase. So, how will you know the prophecy has begun? You'll receive unusual favor from someone with influence. They will mention your name in a room you haven't entered. They will think of you and something in their spirit will say, help them. That's divine orchestration. That's angelic movement. That's Archangel Michael going ahead of you, clearing the path, and you will begin to notice. One door closes, but 3 better ones open. Someone leaves your life, but peace finally enters. A need appears, but provision shows up before you even ask because now the flow has returned. And it won't stop unless you stop believing. Beloved, listen to this. The 3 people from your family, they won't be able to hide anymore. They will be exposed. Not through revenge, but through truth. And when that happens, you must do something very important. Do not gloat. Do not shout, I knew it. Do not throw it in their face. Because God says, this battle belongs to me, not to your pride. He will deal with them. You must walk away with grace. Because what's ahead of you is too big to carry resentment. It's too sacred to allow bitterness. You are entering a season of laughter after years of silent tears. You are entering a time of surplus after nights of just surviving. You are walking into rooms designed only for those who stayed faithful. And the blessing that comes with it, it will not break you. It will build you because you were never chasing provision. You were chasing purpose. My child, my beloved, something sacred is about to unfold within 24 hours of your full agreement. Not partial belief, not casual curiosity, but total surrender. Because heaven responds to complete obedience, not lukewarm hearts. Archangel Michael says, you've stepped into the moment where timelines collapse. What should have taken years will now happen in days. What seemed impossible yesterday will seem undeniable tomorrow. And you'll ask yourself, how is this happening so fast? Where did this opportunity come from? Why is everything changing so suddenly? And the answer is simple. Because you finally saw the truth. Because you finally obeyed the divine instruction. Now hear this clearly. This is your 24-hour prophecy. Within the next cycle of the sun, one of the following will happen. A blocked door will suddenly reopen. Someone who wronged you will reach out nervously. A mysterious confirmation will show up in numbers, dreams, or unexpected conversation. You will feel a divine push to clean, release, or rearrange something in your physical space. You will hear or read the exact word transfer. That's not coincidence. That is the miracle in motion. Heaven is making you aware of every step. You are no longer walking in the dark. You are walking in revelation. And revelation brings restoration. My beloved, let me tell you what they didn't want you to know. The 3 people from your family thought they sealed the deal. They thought no one would ever find out. They thought your silence meant surrender. But your silence was preparation. Your stillness was your strength. And now your reward will speak louder than their curse. Here is the final promise that heaven has hidden until now. The vault they locked behind your back has now been handed over to Archangel Michael. The combination has been changed and the key is now in your mouth. Every word you speak from this moment forward must match the level of breakthrough being released. This means you can no longer say I'm stuck. You can no longer say I'm cursed. You can no longer say it's too late because the spiritual vault hears your words. What you speak will activate what you see. So speak wisely. Speak boldly. Speak like a royal child who just got their kingdom back. Say this right now from wherever you are. Everything they cursed from me is being returned. I walk in divine favor, peace, and unstoppable clarity. I will never bow to fear again. I am chosen. I am ready. And I am walking into the chapter they tried to keep me out of. As you spoke that, an angel wrote it down. The wind shifted around your atmosphere and the heavens sealed the promise again. This time in your voice. You are no longer begging. You are commanding. And when a chosen one commands from obedience, even the mountains move. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. This is not a joke. This is about your destiny. 3 family members you trust are cursing all the My child, my beloved. This is the moment where time itself begins to bend for your restoration. You are no longer on man's calendar. You are now on heaven's divine clock. And Archangel Michael says, the hour of public release has already been scheduled. There is a window opening in the spirit realm. And when it hits, your restoration will go from private to visible. Your name will be spoken in places of honor. Your value will be recognized by strangers. The blessings you kept hidden will begin to speak for themselves. So here is what you must understand. There is a very specific time in your restoration. The angels have already whispered it. You felt it. That odd moment in the day when the air feels electric. When the light shifts and something stirs inside you. That is not your imagination. That is the moment heaven is syncing you with. And Archangel Michael reveals this. The divine hour assigned to your full release is between 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. This is the hour of transition. This is the hour when the spiritual veil thins just enough for the unseen to touch the seen. You'll feel it. Your hands will tingle. Your chest will warm. Your thoughts will pause. And you'll know it's happening now. Do not fear this moment. Welcome it. Speak gently. Speak clearly and ask heaven to move without delay. My beloved, you may wonder why me? Why was I chosen to receive this? Because even when you were cursed, you never cursed back. You never gave up on God. Even when everyone gave up on you. And now heaven is making that decision known. They will watch the three who tried to stop it. They will witness your overflow. Not because you seek revenge, but because God seeks to reveal His glory through the rejected. You are the fulfillment of a quiet promise, and your story will become someone else's miracle. Now, hear this final preparation. You must begin removing what doesn't match your next season. That item from someone who hurt you. Give it away. That saved number you keep revisiting, delete it. That environment that drains your soul, shift from it. Because heaven is bringing new provision, new people, new positioning, and those things cannot sit beside what was once allowed. Your spirit is graduating. Your table is being set. The seat is yours. But only the new version of you is allowed to sit in it. Now say these words and seal your new hour of favor. Heavenly Father, I align myself with divine time. I walk into the hour of release boldly. No fear will block me. No lie will delay me. No shadow will follow me. I receive the overflow promised. I trust Archangel Michael to complete what heaven started. As you speak these lines, you will feel it again. That heavenly confirmation, that pulse, that presence, that still voice whispering. You are no longer waiting. You are walking in it. My child, my beloved, you are now on the other side of what tried to break you.